So this is what really happened. This is how it ended. Me and my ex was together for 10 years. We was engaged for 2 of those years. And honestly, everything felt solid. She was the love of my life. It's crazy because her nickname for me was Future, because that's how I saw her as my future. So in March of 2023, I caught her cheating. I actually pulled up on her. She was at a restaurant during that day out here in Houston, and she was with some bum ex from the past. So we about 2 months in the breakup. She started dealing with some new guy. Not even the guy I caught her with when they was broke up. This is a whole new guy that's from the city we live in now. Some old dude, whatever.
Hey, y'all, me. I want to give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let me put the mic right here. Make sure we good to go. Man, you guys want me and everybody else to believe that these women are crazy, these women are vindictive, these women, you know, whatever, right? Whatever you want us to believe about women, that's negative. And not to say I want to believe you, but I do want to believe you. Not like I want to believe everybody. I want to believe that every time somebody opens their mouth, they're speaking their truth, or they're being honest as they possibly can be. So I want to believe you just on that, on the strength alone. But the evidence isn't supporting the claims. The evidence isn't supporting the claims. And I've done enough of these, even as you know, for the time I've been doing these, I've done enough of these stories, covered enough of these stories where almost every single time at the end, the man ends up looking terrible, like atrocious. And this is a very similar situation, I think. I think it's going to play out very similarly. So let's get into it, because there's a good amount of shit to cover here.
Can you grab from my car, please? I'm trying to take the kids and go home. Can you back away, please? I can't go till your mama move. I'm sorry you guys got to be witness again. Oh, man. Sit back, seatbelt on now.
Nico doesn't go to school.
I know. Sit back, seatbelt now. Seatbelt, Nico. Where you go? There you go.
Look at them cute babies.
Hi, Mommy.
Say bye-bye, Mommy. Love you.
Bye, Mommy.
Say bye, Mommy. Love you.
Bye, Mommy. I love you. Love you, Mommy.
All right, sit back now.
And the caption reads right here, it says, when they tried to ruin your life with a lie. We're going to get to the bottom of what this alleged lie was.
Never, ever have a baby mama that's miserable and mad she made bad decisions in life.
Now, right there, I ain't going to even hold you. Right off the rip, the language is weird. It's as soon as a man paints himself out to be a victim in these cases, I'm instantly turned off. I'm instantly like, what? Like, why, you know, like, why is she just attacking you for no reason? Why is she calling the police on you for no reason? She just a bitter baby mama. She had, like, I don't know. Maybe that could be the case. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a human thing. It can happen. But I find it hard to believe. A lot of cases hard. You got to prove that, right? So a couple of things on the clock real quick. A, why didn't these little babies have a car seat? That was like my like real first thing. Like I was like, yeah, them little babies don't have a car seat. And I asked him about it, and he responded. I said, you ain't got them babies in car seats? Because that was, I don't care nothing about the baby mama drama at that point. My concern was them kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dad. I'm a father. You know, that's the type of shit I be on. So I'm like, you ain't got them baby. Fuck all that arguing, all that stupid shit y'all going through. Nigga, you get an SRT8. You in a fast car, right? Which is I don't even get me started on how look. I can tell a lot by a motherfucker by what type of car he drives, right? Here's what I'm saying. Off the rip, I'm already suspicious. A, you don't have car seats in the back for those babies. I don't know why you wouldn't. Do you guys, you don't have your own car seats? Like, of course you do, right? You have your own car seats. Why aren't your car seats in the car at all times? Why are you removing them? Like, how long do you go without seeing your kids? It doesn't even make sense. Boosters, whatever they are, I don't know. But anyways, and maybe that's the case. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna give him a pass on that, right? But that was number one. I'm like, why? And wouldn't that be the first thing you would do is like connect the boosters or whatever, like any of your boosters? Why are they even in the car without the car seats, without the boosters? That was like, my mind instantly went to that. My babies would never even get in the car without them because it's stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? They get in the car and then they're in the car. You have to connect it while they're in the car. Where were you driving to when they weren't, with them not being in their boosters in their car seats? Didn't make any sense to me. Cool. So that's why I asked that question. But that's a red flag. I'm just talking about negligence. I'm just talking about how little men actually care about their children, right? First and foremost. Then B, why do you have an SRT? I don't know if anybody knows what an SRT. I used to sell cars, and the first brand I sold was Dodge, right? Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. That was the first brand I sold. I know the SRTA very well. I know the brand very well, right? That brand is built on, it's muscle. It's old American muscle, right? It's a fast car. SRT fast car. It's a V8, has a Hemi in it, 382 horsepower. I mean, and that's what it was back in the day. I don't know what it is now, right? And if it's an SRT, it's even more than that. But the question that I'm trying to figure out is, you have an SRT8, right? SRT8 motor in your car. 8 stands for 8 cylinders. Why do you have a fast ass car with little babies? Are you going fast? What, like, I have questions about people who drive fast cars in general. I think it's dumb in general, right? I do. I think it's one of the dumbest things that we do as human beings. But as parents, I definitely think you're dumb. I definitely think you're reckless. I don't care what your gender is. I don't give a fuck. If you have a fast car and you have children and you have your children in your fast car and you're probably driving fast in your fast car, I don't fuck with you. Like, you can never drive my kids around. Never, ever, ever. There are cars that go fast. Don't get me wrong. I know, right? There's a difference between because there's a mindset behind it too. I got a car that goes right. It's a whole thing. Trust me. I know. I've sold these cars for a long time. I sold to these people, specifically these men. I know what they want. I know what they're looking for. So those were 2 glaring red flags right off the rip. Right off the rip. The third red flag was, and I did a video on another couple, if you guys go back and watch. But he was like recording her and he was like trying to act like she was crazy in the recording. And she looked sane and he looked crazy. And he thought that he would be able to just tell us she was crazy and we would just be like, yeah, she's crazy. Anyways, he was like, you got to record those narcissistic B words and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay. In this video, same thing. This woman is calm. She looked upset, right? You pull out your phone to record her doing what? Calling somebody on you? Calling the police? Calling the authorities because it looked like you were taking your kids and you shouldn't have been taking them? That's what it looked like to me. But anyways, we're going to move on. He said, after I asked him, after I asked him about having the babies in the car seat, he said, it was in the very back. My oldest doesn't need one. He does. He does. Your oldest does need one. I think he needs a booster. I could be wrong about that. He looked younger than my son. My son is 9. My son just got out of a booster last year-ish. I want to say this year, maybe. Man, maybe it was last year. I asked my wife. It was close. It was really close. Like, yeah. Like, if that but like my son, you know what I'm saying? They're about the same size. It looked like my son looks bigger than him, actually. So you have to wait till they, whatever. But maybe he's out. Maybe he's out. The little baby definitely needs a booster. My youth has a booster seat. With everything going on, I didn't want to get out the other car again. I didn't want to get out the car again. Okay, I thought I'm misreading it. Anyways, okay. So the other baby had a booster. The baby doesn't have okay, fine. That's fine. I'm not judging. Like I said, it looked like the baby needed a booster. I ain't gonna argue. Fine. The little baby definitely needed a booster. He didn't have his booster. Why the fuck is he getting in the car without the booster? Period. Like, before I could fight and argue. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about any of that. I don't. That's crazy. That's stupid. I don't care. That's nonsense. That's bullshit. You won't even remember what you guys were arguing about in 5 years. That baby not being in that booster scares me. That priorities. That's all I'm saying. Priorities were being shown, right? And if that woman is calling the police on you, in my mind, you not putting your baby in a booster is enough to call the authorities. That you recorded it. You recorded yourself not having your baby in a booster seat. That's enough to call the cops. Just that act alone was enough to call the cops. I don't even know what happened before. Well, I do know what happened, but we'll get to that. But let's say I don't even know what happened prior to that, right? That's what I'm saying. Because it wasn't like she pulled out a pew-pew on y'all. She wasn't being aggressive or anything like that. It wasn't like you needed to make a hasty escape. You just didn't feel like getting out the car and putting the booster seat in there. Why were you trying to leave so fast, sir? Just very odd stuff's going on already. So he gonna tell us his side of the story, y'all. Y'all ready? Buckle up.
I stayed quiet until now, but man, some shit gotta be spoke on. It's crazy what some people do, how the length they will go to do it because they delusional or mad about something they did to themselves. Man, so my ex-fiance of 10 years.
Sorry. Again, I don't trust men off the rip. I gotta clock this. I don't trust men who put all the blame on women. I just don't generally. I'm not saying it's not possible that you didn't do anything wrong in these scenarios. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, as a betting man, right? As a gambler that I have been in my life, right? If I had to wager, if I had to put money on it, I would bet that not only are you partially to blame for whatever transpired in the demise of your relationship, I would bet that you were the driving factor behind it. So you getting on and right off the rip going, oh, she just made bad choices, doing that whole like women need to make better choices bullshit, and you're the bad choice, kind of crazy to me. And I know you're not going to say you're the bad choice. You're going to act like she cheated on you. You're going to say she, was, I don't care, whatever the fuck you're going to say. I'm just saying, no, you not being like honest and starting it off by saying like, look, man, we had a wonderful relationship until it wasn't. And, I did this and she did. Like, y'all never tell the story like that. It's instantly like, yeah, she just made bad choices in life. Right off the rip, I don't believe you. I'm just telling you, like, if you want people, if you only want to convince like-minded men of what you're saying, then keep going this route, right? But if you are trying to have an honest conversation and explain your side, the first thing you got to do is take accountability. But I mean, if you're going to try to blame her for some shit, the first thing you got to do is take accountability. Then you can go to her. Then you can go, all right, look, I did it. Now let me talk about what she did, right? Then I'm with it. Then I can listen better. But right now I'm already like, well, what the fuck did you do? Why? What do you mean? What bad choices did she, But we're going to get into it.
I stayed quiet until now, but man, some shit got to be spoke on. It's crazy what some people do, how the length they will go to do it because they delusional or mad about something they did to themselves. Man, so my ex-fiance of 10 years, mother of my children, 2 boys, took me to family court last year to get child support, this or that, and she lost because I take care of my kids. Provided over 600, 700 receipts, no child support because I financially provide for my kids. I'm there for them consistently to the point where I order groceries direct to her house, to the point where I let her order groceries when she want to order, and I just pay for it. No price limit, none of whatever they need, they can get, just order it and I'll pay for it. On top of buying clothes, shoes, all the following things, paying for school, picking them up, spend time with them when I'm in town when I'm not working and running my business. So, she was mad about losing it.
Wait, when you're in town? So you're not always in town? Huh.
Child support court, and ever since then, amongst other things, since the breakup, she's been trying to sabotage, smear my name, make these lies up to the point now where she's taking me back to child support court this year. Only been a year since I won the last case. But this time she took it above and beyond. She's doing some unthinkable shit, and it's crazy how you try to tear someone away from their kids, especially a good father. So she taking me to child support this year for full custody, even though we have joint custody now. She wants me to have no rights to the boys whatsoever, to my kids whatsoever. She wants supervised visitation to the point where she lied and said I'm neglectful, I'm this, I'm that. All false allegations, all lies. She wants me to go to jail in family court for 180 days times like 5, whatever it is, for violations of the previous court order, which I never violate, but she does. Crazy, right? By keeping away from the kids. It's been multiple times she had called police on me when I went to drop the boys off, when I picked them up, just constantly causing chaos, trauma for not only me but for my sons. So she upped the ante a couple weeks ago. She must ain't like how everything going in family court. She didn't show up the last court day for family court. I was prepared to, you know, beat the allegations, to get it dismissed, because nothing has changed. I still take care of them. I still do everything I need to do. So she upped the ante a couple weeks ago, about a month ago. She called the Houston Police Department and said that last year, 2023, yeah, 2 years ago, that I physically picked her by her throat, choked her, and slammed her to the ground to the point she couldn't breathe. Now I have a warrant for my arrest for domestic violence, which never happened. And in the same breath, the same person, the same delusional, narcissistic, just whatever y'all want to use, is now saying that I'm not a good father. I haven't seen my boys. I'm supposed to give them to somebody. I ain't got them, and she won't let me see them though. She caused all these situations so I can't get them. But in the same breath, put it online like I'm not trying to be present. So not only trying to send me to prison for something I did not do, never lay hands on her. And you constantly, every couple weeks, you making another post, status about me, TikTok about me, Instagram, something about the type of person I am when I ain't never did shit to you besides support you financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, and been there for 10, 11 years for you. But since it didn't work out in your favor, since you played crazy and got caught, now we here. Now you want me to go to prison for something I didn't do. You won't let me see my kids, even though the court said I'm supposed to see my kids. So you're trying to create this narrative like I'm a bad father just so you can take my kids away. But never speak about what she's doing online, only the allegations and false shit she said I'm doing, with no proof and no receipts. But I come with receipts, which I'm gonna post in the next video. But it's crazy when you a good person, a good father, a good man, and you got someone that's so scorned and just delusional and hurt by shit they did. They gonna literally tear you away from your kids, at least try to tear you away from your kids. It caused so much trauma and drama around the situation. For what reason? Man, some people go beyond lengths just to get their control of a situation where there's no control. It's crazy.
Exactly. I'm asking the same question right now. For what reason? For what reason would she have to do all of this? As of now, I can't come up with one. He's saying that it's just for control and all of that, and it may very well be. But at the moment, I don't have a reason. I can't come up with one, right? Okay. So
these are the things about having facts and
so he posted this.
No need to lie.
This is his receipts. These are his receipts, right? No, actually, let's continue. Let's continue.
Solid. She was the love of my life. So this is what really happened. This is how it ended. Me and my ex was together for 10 years. We was engaged for 2 of those years. And honestly, everything felt solid. She was the love of my life. It's crazy because her nickname for me was Future, because that's how I saw her, as my future. We had 2 kids, 2 boys. We built business together. I even helped her start her first business. Everything was how it was supposed to be. She even dreamed of moving to Houston. And I packed us up and I shot us down there. No questions asked, no hesitation. We moved to Houston because that's what she wanted to do. I left everything. My family, my friends, the other businesses we had, and we just packed up and left. I didn't hesitate because that's what you do when you love somebody. When you're building a future together, that's what you do. It was good. We moved down there with our oldest son already, and then she was pregnant with our newborn. He's a COVID baby. So the first year we down there, COVID hit. And honestly, it was some of the best years we had together. It was just us depending on each other. No outside noise, no distractions. We didn't even argue, it seemed like, the first whole year. Like, COVID's going on, we didn't argue. It was definitely good. Man, honestly, it was probably some of the best years of our relationship. No distractions, no arguments. We got closer. While the world shut down, we created our own little world, so to speak. It was good. I started a new business when we was out there. She took off for a year from the hair business because of our newborn. It was peaceful. It was everything it should have been. Shortly after, her mom and then her sister followed. They wanted to move out there, and that's what I noticed. Immediate change, like start being sneaky, arguments started. It's a lot. I stopped trusting her, to be honest with you. It was just too much, especially when I thought we left all that behind us in the hometown. To move out here to a new place that she wanted to come to, for us to continue to build our family, build our business, build our life, to automatically switch up and start having all these issues, which I thought we left back there. So around March of 2023, years later, her mom was still staying with us. I think her sister moved out, they ended up moving back. And we still in this like little cloudy space. So in March of 2023, I caught her cheating. I actually pulled up on her. She was at a restaurant during that day out here in Houston, and she was with some bum ex from the past. He was out here for the weekend supposedly. I caught her red-headed in the act. Definitely one of the moments when you had to check yourself before anything transpired, because you so just like, damn, I can't believe you would ruin everything that we created together. I pulled up, I said a few choice words, didn't touch her, didn't do anything. Told her her and her mom got to go today, not right now, but not yesterday, but right now. I left. I went straight to go pick my boys up from school. I went home. That's when all the calls start coming in. She's calling me, making excuses, trying to plead her case. And then she did something I never thought somebody would do, especially me. She blamed me for what she just did. Blew my mind that you were literally ruining everything that we had together. The lifestyle you had, the family we created, for what? So after that, I was still mad, still hurt, of course. But even then, I still told her, I said, hey, I said, you could come back to the house. I don't want you just out, out there, clearly.
I just have a question though. Real quick. I'm hearing everything he's saying, right? All of this could be true, right? All of this could be true, exactly how he's describing it. But when he said that it blew his mind and she blamed him for all of this, what did she say was the cause? You see what I'm saying? Like, why are we leaving that part out? What did she say? Let us decide. You're not giving us that information. Don't omit that. That's pivotal. I'm not to say I'm excusing, you know what I mean, her cheating on you, right? Fine. Let's say I don't want to excuse her cheating on you. But I do want to hear the reason, if there's a reason. She said it was you. Was she reacting to something? Was she reacting to some other form of abuse? What was it? He just omits that. Like, she blew my mind by saying, whatever. Right? And that's what I was saying in the beginning. No accountability whatsoever. Nothing like, I was neglectful, I did do I was none of that shit. It's just like I built a business with her, I supported her, I loved her down, and she just cheated on me for no fucking reason. Like, that's why it'd be hard for me to believe y'all stories, man. It is. Like, I'm sorry. I want to believe your story. I really do. I'm listening to you. You don't seem that, manipulative, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, but you are leaving out huge portions of the story where anything that may make you look bad in your mind, anything you perceive to may make you look bad, you are leaving out. And I'm telling you, that makes you look worse. That makes you look worse to people like me. When I'm listening to this, I'm like, yeah, okay. I can believe she cheated on you. I believe it. Cool. But why? Why did she say she cheated on you? Right? I'm with that. Why are her, you said her mom and her sister came out there and then she started becoming manipulative and sneaky. What did they have to do with her becoming manipulative and sneaky? You see what I'm saying? Like, what is the connection there? Could it be that when she was there with you and she was isolated, she didn't have a support system? They weren't able to see what was going on. And then once they got there, they saw the way you were treating her. And then they would tell her like, yo, he's treating you like this. And then she was like, oh, wow. Is that possible? I don't know. I don't know, but because you're not telling me the whole story, now I have to assume, and I have to assume the worst. I can't take you at your word right now. You see what I mean? So this is what I'm saying. Y'all be wanting everybody to believe y'all, but then y'all don't really give us you don't really give us much of a choice to not believe you.
But nothing. Come back to the house. Stay as long as you need. I'm gonna hit the road, run my business. How long do you think you need till you find a new place? Because she wanted to move out. I said, and she told me, "Oh, that sounds a good idea. I need about 30 days." I said, "Fine, take as much time as you need." The very next day, I don't know if it's her pride, her ego, her mom in her ear or whatever, she's calling me, telling me I would never move back there. You can have that place. I'm never coming back. So and so and so. So she took the boys. They went somewhere else. I said, "Hey, that's fine. It's your decision." I left. I hit the road like I said I was going to do. I had to go heal and just process everything that just happened. I was confused. And that's the start of the...
This is, and I'm sorry to say it to you, brother, this is the quintessential, I didn't see it coming. You're a trope. You're falling right into it. I never saw it coming. I just can't believe it came out of nowhere. Life was so great. Everybody else is to blame. Her sister's to blame. Her mama's to blame. She's to blame. The dude is to blame. The babies are to blame. The police are to blame. Thus far, you haven't acknowledged anything that any way that you may have contributed to negatively to this situation. Not adding up.
So this is part 2. This is where shit started getting wild as fuck. So we about 2 months in the breakup. She started dealing with some new guy. Not even the guy I caught her with when made us broke up. This is a whole new guy that's from the city we live in now. Some old dude, whatever. Cool, whatever, do your thing. Come to find out, she laced the dude, picked my son up from school, my 3-year-old, my youngest. Barely can talk. Pick him up from school by herself, take him back to his house. I found out. So, as a father, I'm living. I'm thinking about all kind of things like, what's going on? We don't rock like this. Why are you moving like this? I confront her about it. Let her know what I...
That's fair. If that happened that way, that's 100% valid. I would flip out. No, absolutely the fuck not. We're not having strange men or women pick up our children. Nope. Absolutely. Can't do it.
No. Like, what's going on? Oh, I do what I want to do. I have whoever I want around my son. All this bullshit. I said, I think the fuck not. I see you about to put my son in harm's way because you lost your mind. I don't know what's going on with you. Is you cool? Man, I do my research on the nigga as a father, as a leader, as a protector. I do my research on him. Come and find out his background. And armed robbery, capital murder, sexual assault charges. I'm like, the fuck? You got this nigga around my son? I said, no, we not rocking like that. I send everything to her. I screenshot shit to her, tell her to do her own background check. Oh, I don't believe you. I don't this, I don't that. I said, man, I don't care what the fuck you believe, man. Don't have that nigga around my son. I said, I don't care who, if you deal with him or not. By all means, go for it. Live your life. But don't have that nigga around my motherfucking son. Neither one of my kids, man. What you doing, man? Now I'm a stalker. I'm crazy because I'm protecting my kids. I'm trying to see who's around me. What type of men you got around my kids? You only know the nigga for 2 months, but yeah, you have him pick my son from school and take him back to his house. He said, oh, well, you can't pick him up. I'm on the road driving. I can't pick him up. So I paid one of her friends like $175. Hey, I need you to pick my son from school from here on out. Whenever you can, I'll pay you. It don't matter the cost. She's a good person. She did it, no issues. I called her and said, hey, anybody need to pick him up? I'm not in town, I can't pick him up. I'll pay him that we both trust.
Your shower is ready.
We both approve.
Please proceed to shower 7.
No nigga that you barely know pick my son up by himself and take him back to his house. I don't care what's going on. It's going to get handled no matter where I'm at. So I took care of it. Man, all of a sudden, now it's another nigga in the picture. Now she's back talking to the ex again. I'm like, damn, okay, well, that's crazy, but do your thing. They get in a fight at her apartment. The police get called. My sons are there. Like, so you getting played left and fucking right by these niggas. That's your decision. But why you keep involving my kids, my seeds in these dangerous situations? So when I'm trying to make sure they cool, oh, you're stalking me. You're worried about who I'm dealing with. Man, I don't give a fuck who you dealing with. I care about the safety of my kids and you put them in harm's way back to back to back. Any nigga you deal with, you got around my kids. You know niggas for 2 months, 3 months, and then all of a sudden they around my sons. That would make sense, man. Be the fuck real.
Okay. Again, I'm listening to this just like y'all listening to this. Hey, if that's true, yeah, I'm with you. If that's true, I'm with you. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Cannot. That's unacceptable. I would never. I don't care. Hunch on who you want to hunch on, blah, 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 blah. I'm with the same shit. We just got to agree on who we going to have around our kids. I wouldn't do it to her. She can't do it to me. That's fair. I don't think anybody thinks that is unreasonable. However, I do know oftentimes men use that. They use that as an excuse as to control a woman's proclivities or I'm sorry, activities. I said proclivities. To control their activities. So keeping that in mind. So these are his receipts that he has presented. We're gonna go through them, try to read these screenshots. Let's see. This one says, oh, hold on. Let me go back a little bit. This one says, yeah, hold on. I gotta blow this up small. Yeah, that's why it's so important to lead correctly and not let poison get in your mind and relationship. A couple like that is so powerful. I love that. She responds, I'm going to save my response for later date. I'm tired right now. But yeah, I was a damn great leader. And yeah, I love that too for them. Good night, Lexus. Oh, no. I'm sorry. So she sent that to him. I'm sorry. That's him sending that to her. I got it. And then he responded back with he's a damn good leader. Interesting take that he's telling her he was a good leader. Right? If she's telling you weren't a good leader, you can't tell her you were a good leader. I don't feel like you should be able to tell her you were a good leader, but whatever. And then she said, yes, was a great leader, but influenced by your closest friends, but that's not here nor there. Good night. Okay. I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. I don't know why he's showing us this, but these are the receipts that he's saying he's presenting as if, these prove or disprove. So I don't know. But I'm reading them and I'm not really seeing the connection so far. He says en route. She says, okay. He says, where you at? She says, you can drop them at the house. He says, okay. I don't know what those first messages were about still. I'm still confused. She says, you can come over if you need to. He said, okay, when I'm done working, I'll slide. Don't make me feel like I'm not wanted again or I'm pressing charges. Oh, I don't know if that's a joke or not. She said, yeah. Then he asked, did y'all already eat? She said, earlier, the boys asleep. The boys sleep. He said, are you hungry or did you cook? Nah, I'm not and not. He said, okay, headed that way, 25 minutes out. What you getting to eat? I don't know. What sounds good? He says, I was really hoping it was home cooked meal somewhere. Oh, hold on now, my guy. I gotta, y'all broken up now, right? She done cheated on you and all this stuff, but you still trying to slide and get a home cooked meal from this woman. I don't know. And she's being cordial. She said, I don't know. I cooked last night, but left it. He said, it's fine. I'll stop and grab something. Seemed like he kind of want that old thing back. I don't know. Seems a little odd to me. All right. He says, ordering groceries now. Is there anything in particular? She said, you actually don't get anything they really eat. This is what I be saying, dog. This is exactly what happened in the last video, the other video with that other dude. He was trying to present all these receipts and then he ended up looking worse. And I'm like, look, so if you're such a doting dad and you are there for them all the time, I'm just going to read that first line and you tell me that makes sense. I don't think she's lying. This is between y'all two. She ain't saying this in front of the world. She's saying this between y'all. Like, nigga, right? She said, you actually don't get anything they really eat. If you don't get food that the kids eat, that means you never make food for them. right? I can tell you everything my sons eat. I can tell you, I can tell you everything my children will eat right now. Everything. I can even look beyond that. I can even tell you stuff that I think I can get them to eat, even though they haven't even really eaten it yet. You see what I'm saying? Because I make a ton of their meals. I know what they would eat. Anyways, that's weird to me. As a father, hearing that line is kind of crazy. But anyways, she said, you actually don't get anything they really eat or I cook. So what be the point in you ordering? Which remember how he framed it before. He said that she would ask him for groceries and he'd be like, what do you need? And just order and just get the groceries sent there. It's not looking that way. It's not looking that way right now, right? Every time you order, I just go to the store anyway. Wow. He said, it's weird because they eat it over here, though. Something me and the boys need to talk about, and you can put the order in yourself. You just don't do it. I could put so now you want her to do the labor? Okay. I could put the order in myself. You haven't even ordered groceries since before the summer. This is December. You haven't ordered groceries since before the summer. So spring of 2024, I'm guessing. And sir, this is December 11th. That is 6 months, minimum 6 months. But you up here acting like you Daddy Warbucks, you taking care of this and you taking care of that. Mind you, these are your receipts that you're presenting. How am I supposed to interpret this? But the way I'm interpreting this. Okay. And what they eat over there is not what I feed them. They have home cooked meals and healthy snacks. So what are you feeding them over there is the question. She's making them home cooked meals and healthy snacks. She wants them to eat healthy. This nigga feeding them chicken nuggets and shit all the time. Microwavable meals. Okay. Lunchables and shit. Okay. But all right. And when you sending the rest of the money for Kid Fit, she got to ask this nigga for money. He not sending groceries. Remember, the picture he painted before was like the kids want for nothing. He takes care of everything. Why she waiting on money for Kid Fit? Whatever the fuck that is. Kids Fits? You talking about clothes, nigga? You got her waiting on money for clothes, my guy? All right. He said, yes, you could put the order in yourself and I'll get on the stop and I'll get there. Stop acting like this is new to you. And I have ordered after. I'm not understanding this response so far. So I guess so now we're in a new day. She said, I don't know. I'll look. Oh, you had them. Hold on. You had them last with yours. I'll look. Okay. Thank you. Send them out. Okay. I washed their clothes and they already been in the bath. They ready for bed. Okay. Why Nico not sleep? He was the first one sleep. He woke up, maybe a little wired for an hour or so, had a long nap. His receipts don't make no sense. So like some of them ain't adding up. Like I don't know what was the point of that. It seemed like he was just randomly screenshotting stuff to make it seem like he had all these receipts. I don't get it. He says, home or shop? Shop. How long will it be? 20 men or so, about to stop and get them some food first. I'm leaving. Okay, I'll drop them off at home now. Where y'all? 12 minutes from your house. Shop or home? What time? 2 men from your house, 9 men from shop. Shop. Where you at? What is the point of all of this? How is this? What picture am I? And what am I missing about these? What's going on? Where you at? Pulling up. They always eat before I drop them off. Search offenders easily. Why you send her that? Damn, $6 in the Cash App, nigga. Downloaded it. Your mama birthday today or Wednesday. I'll drop the boys off at 7, about to feed them and play for a sec and figure out why they never have homework. Nolan should. You putting them in the tub? No, and he don't. Just look into it and shop or your spot, man. It's hard. I hate when people can't. Anyways, all right. Let me know when you 30 minutes out to see which one. Okay, crib. Okay, none of these receipts are making any sense so far. I'm not understanding. Oh, and their groceries are on the way. What's their favorite meal to eat at home? Seafood gumbo, fried catfish, gumbo, lasagna soup. That's why when you think you send in some groceries and I still have to buy actual groceries, it's a waste of time. Enjoy. Enjoy your new year. Quit texting me. Be fed up. I like how you added shit, even though I got it right. So log in and order it, Lexus, now. What's the code? Okay. I mean, he said seafood boil, and I guess they like seafood boils, but that wasn't the only thing they like. I think that was the point of what she was saying, but maybe I'm wrong. Put their basketball stuff in backpacks. Both. I make Nico do what Nolan does when we go. Shop or house. All right, meet you at 7, huh? We're leaving basketball. We're on your side of town now. I'm not heading home, and he needs to lay down. I'm not at home. Any other time you bring in them 7, 8, 9 o'clock. I know, Lexus, duh, and it would be the same today, but he's sick, Lexus. What part don't you get? If it ain't about me, I'll keep him like I always do, but he wants to go lay down. I understand, but I'm not home. I'm going to stop at CVS and get something. What are these receipts proving, brother? Most of them make you look terrible. I ain't gonna... Most of these receipts make you look odd, like an odd duck. I'm not like, what's going on, family? I miss you, and I hope you understand. I never loved nobody like you. Okay? So she missed you, and she never loved nobody like you. Just woke back up, about to get ready, then come. Okay, 15 minutes out. Did you find swim trunks? Okay, yeah, pulling up. Okay, ready. Edit. These are not. This is pointless. Ordering groceries now. Is there anything in particular you actually? Okay, so that now we just got to the beginning of the receipts, sir. After reading those, what you would call receipts, A, I'm more lost than I was before, and B, most of those receipts made it look like you weren't the father that you were portraying yourself to be. I ain't gonna even hold you. And I'm gonna drop the second video in a minute right after this one. So you guys definitely go check out the second video with her. You know, she has videos and she has made her point, so we can weigh everything out. So go check that out. But thus far, my guy, I don't know. It looks kind of weird. I believe some of the stuff he's saying. Most of it sounds a little like he's like a victim the whole time, and he hasn't done anything wrong, and she's a terrible person. I haven't seen any evidence of her being like a manipulative, like controlling, bitter baby mama thus far. And a lot of the stuff that he said he did, it didn't add up. So yeah, let's get to the bottom of this. Hopefully we can get to the bottom of it in the next video.